Hey guys, this is Billy Davidson with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting out of Hammond, Louisiana. As many of y'all know, we do primarily do a power washing business, usually commercial and government type work. Well, tonight we are working on a car dealership that we power washed the entire parking lot 2, 3, 4 months ago. I forget about when it was. But they wanted us to come back and do some striping, and we've done that. Now we're working on a pole basis. I want to show y'all a couple things about this. That leads me to a point. If y'all are doing power washing and not doing parking lot striping, you need to try to move in that direction as well, because a lot of these parking lots that you do pressure wash, they're going to request it to be striped, and that is definitely something that you can add to your services. It's not incredibly difficult to do, once you buy some type of airless parking lot striping machine. And if y'all got any questions on that, y'all can get with me and I might can lead y'all in the right direction. Some of them are very expensive with a lot of bells and whistles on it, and you really don't need all of that to get into it. So we recommend certain types of parking lot striping machines. Mike can help y'all out, picking the right one. But doing these pole bases would require for us to take the gun assembly off and spray it, which we've done hundreds, maybe even thousands of these in the past, so they're not really hard to do. The only problem we have, they got a bunch of new cars sitting out here, and it is a little bit windy, so I have elected to hand paint them. Usually I don't like doing that, a little slower, but in this case it's just what we're going to have to do, because I just don't want to have to be, paying to have some cars cleaned and buffed or whatever needs to be done. Could be, one other reason is parking lot paint is a real sticky type paint. I mean, it gets on something, it's like a lot of solvents in it. It could just burn right through the little clear coat on some of these new cars. So we're not going to take that risk today. Like I said before, you have to take the gun assembly off to hand spray these. You still got to, kind of put something around it, make sure you're not getting it on the ground or whatever. And then that spray can become airborne. Now, if you're doing parking lines, that tip is so close to the ground, it's really hard, to really mess up there, on a windy condition. It would have to be probably over 20 mile an hour winds before I wouldn't spray parking lines, just because that gun is only 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and the paint gets to the ground really rapidly, and not too much is going to overspray. But having that gun assembly loose, just something I'm not willing to do. So I want to show y'all a couple things and tell you about what you can charge for these pole bases. Let me get down here so I can show you. A lot of these pole bases, I've lifted this up as what I call a cap. It just basically, kind of doing this with one hand, so it's kind of hard to show you. But this basically slides down and covers, the little hardware here, little bolts and nuts and stuff. So it slides down and then, kind of covers this. So if you can pick these up, whether you hand spray them or if you're going to hand paint them, either way, if you can get them up out the way. Some of them are just kind of seized on there. You might have to tap it with a wrench or something, a little hammer. You can get it to slide up and just it'll kind of hold itself up once it slides up. Then you can get in here and paint with a brush. This is something else you won't have to tape off or put some cardboard or tar paper while you're painting. Even if you're hand spraying it, you can get a little paint in here and it's all covered up. So it's no big deal. Now along the bottom of them, these round poles, they're kind of challenging to do. What we can do usually is put a pillowcase around them, lay it flat, make it curve, and spray them at that point. Or if you got a guy running ahead of you, running a little slide piece of tape, or you make a template, some type of round template. Problem with the round template is a lot of these poles have been rubbed, sort of kind of smooth them out. So they're not all the exact same size. They may be a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch off from each of the other one. They formed up basically a cardboard type form. They poured the concrete in it. So they're not perfectly round. A lot of them are oblong shape, egg shape, whatever. So making a template, you'd have to probably make we got about 20 poles out here. We probably had to make 10 different templates. So that takes a lot of time. So I just usually throw a pillowcase around it at the bottom, or either like I said, have one of you guys, if you got some help, or either yourself run around, put a strand or two of tape around it, and whether you are hand paint it or spray it, you're good to go. Now, as far as the price on these things, in my area, down here in the Louisiana area, we get anywhere from $18 to $22 per pole, give or take. If they only got 4 or 5 poles, obviously you got to charge more. You got to have some type of minimum. But the dealerships we working for has about 20, 21 here, about 40 down the street we're going to be doing tonight. And the dealership across it has another about 25 or 40. We haven't even counted them. So many poles out there. So that's what we running tonight is poles. Like I said, anywhere from $18 to $22 each. A lot of times they will need a little prep work. You can let your client know that. If it's got mildew on it, obviously you're going to have to get that mildew off of it. Whether you're going to power wash it or, try to wire brush them down or whatever. Of course, if you power washing, you're going to have to do that one night and come back the next night and do it after it dries. It's kind of hard to do it. You might could do it in the summertime, on a Sunday if it's hot and sunny. But most of the time, you just good stuff. Wire brush them, take care of them. That parking lot paint's pretty forgiving. You can paint over some junk with it, and it'll stick to almost anything. But like always, I hope this video helps. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content this year, trying to help some of you new guys out there. And even some of the guys that's been out there in the industry for a while. If you've been power washing for a long time and you're not parking lot striping, I would definitely like to see you move in that direction for 2019, because it can really add a lot to your bottom line. By the time the end of the year comes, you got, look, I know guys that do a little striping on the side, they make more on a weekend than they're making at their regular day job. It kind of comes and goes. Parking lot striping is not as reliable as power washing just because of the weather. It's got to be almost really good weather to parking lot stripe. So I'd like to see a lot of you guys add that parking lot striping to your services. And there are a bunch of other things you can add into there. There's a lot of these parking lots got a lot of little things that need to be repaired. Potholes, joint sealing or crack filling. There's just tons of stuff, signage. So I'm going to be making some videos on that in the next couple months. We've got some very large projects coming up, and I got some good ideas of some videos. So if y'all would like these videos and subscribe to them, that'll let me know that y'all are watching them. And, to kind of keep me motivated to keep putting so many videos out. It's not only just hitting a video out here, it's taking the time to hit it, because I got other work to go do. You know what I'm saying? Then when I get home, I'm tired. All that good stuff. I try to upload it and tag it properly. So it takes a little time and work, but I definitely appreciate if y'all can like them, subscribe, leave some comments. Just let me know I'm getting to y'all out there, and if y'all enjoy watching them, if they help me, leave a comment below. And always, if y'all need my help personally, one-on-one, free, love to help anyone I can out there. When I get the moment to call you back, I will. My number is 985-345-0778, and I hope y'all have a great one.